good evening. We're back. And we've got the glamour teams of the evening, the Champions League caliber teams of the evening, if you like. We've got Mallorca at home to Barcelona. We've got Empoli, who kicked off already, at home to AC Milan. And then we've got PSG at home to Nice. So, cracking set of fixtures to finish the night off with. And it has been like, I've just been catching up between streams with the midweek and how mad it's been just across the board with some of the scores and whatever that have been popping in. So, like, I'm feeling kind of good after that All Black coming in, and I've kind of done a wee scan around. I've got some limited teams that could do well, but like, I feel so bad. I've not got super rare Rios. Like, two of them are just in fucking dead teams, man. And like, knew he was going to have a good game week. I thought he'd have done better SO5 wise, to be quite truthful. I had a decent enough stream of the game, but it was on my phone, and you know what that can be like. So that's what it is. But I think, I can watch these games with a bit of pleasure. And like, I'm interested to see him fail. The Barca team is kind of interesting as well with the defence, the situation we've got there. So I think this will be quite an interesting game. King and Lee looks to be starting as well. And Mallorca, like, I watched Mallorca earlier this year. I think they were on an early Saturday or Sunday kickoff, and like, they look way better this year than last year, quite comfortably. So, and like I said before, if Mallorca are going to beat somebody, it's at home, so who knows what happens tonight? Should be good fun to watch that. I was thinking about it as well, like our average for goals, like on streams is incredible, Wow, I really like the PSG like pre-match jacket thing. It looks well cool. I need to buy some gear, man. I was eyeing up that Japan one again. Yeah, I need to get me one of them. I probably don't need any more PSG clobber. I've got two PSG jumpers and I love both of them, but I definitely don't need a third PSG jumper. I don't even really watch them that much. Just love their gear. And AC Milan Empoli is on at the moment as well. We will throw the play page up. We'll go back to the good camera. I've kept that for tonight. So for the AC Milan game, this is the way the team lines up. So Calabria remains at right back. Simon Kjaer is back fit and available in the team. He partners Tomori. And then Ballo, I think his name is Toure Ballo or something like that. He comes in, it looks like, at left back, which I've not noticed to this point. Tonali and Benacer, the ever-present duo in there. And the newly formed kind of three-man attack prong of Salamakers, the Ketelar, and Leao remains in situ. And Giroud has had a few chances like early on in this game. And he is the spearhead, the target man up top. As AC Milan just put Empoli under a bit of pressure now. Ismail Benacer, former Empoli player, so a ground he knows well. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him impact this match as he's on the ball at the moment. Mbappe doesn't look to... I've not even looked at the PSG team. The Empoli team, is there anything? Liam Henderson's playing. Do we have Liam Henderson cards yet? No, not yet, but we will get them. Liam Henderson, former Celtic Academy graduate. Look at him, man. He's loving life in Italy, eh? With the old haircut and that. Looking forward to getting a card of him. That'll be good fun. But otherwise, yeah, no one in here. Shaka might be interesting to see how he does tonight. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not too bored about these guys. Let's look at the PSG team. Because, yeah, Ekitike starts. Oh, Neymar does start. Oh, no, it was Mbappe I seen. No Mbappe from the start. Yeah, so it's Hugo Ekitike that starts up front with Neymar and Messi. A midfield four of Hakimi and Juan Bernat in the fullback positions, with Fabian Ruiz and Vitor Ferreira hanging in midfield together. And then a back three of Nordi Mukiele, Marquinhos and Sergio Ramos is quite interesting. And then Donnarumma, the now ever-present goalkeeper. Nice have got Kasper Schmeichel in goals. They've got a back four of Bard, Yusuf Atal as the fullbacks, Dante and Viti in the centre. Rosario, formerly of PSV, I want to say, partners Lamina and CDM. A midfield three attack prong of Ross Barkley, Aaron Ramsey, and Sofiane Diop. Wow, this PSG game, yeah, is going to be fun to say the least. On the graphic, it shows more Ramsey being a bit deeper in the midfield three. It's actually on screen now as I'm talking to you, with Laborde being the spearhead. So this game might actually be quite interesting. Let's see what happens. Lucien Favre is, I think he's back at Nice. I think Lucien Favre, I think he made his name at Nice. I don't think it was Rennes, or maybe it was Rennes. But he's at Nice anyway now. I'm not sure if that's a return or not. The Barca team, we have Alex Balde in at right back, Jordi Alba left back, Ter Stegen, Piqué and Christensen is the goalkeeper and centre-half pairing. Midfield three of Kessie, Biscuits and Gavi. So interesting to see Kessie in from the start as well as Gavi over Pedri. And, you know, given the minutes both play across all competitions, you know, they're always going to be rotated for one another as well as share the pitch together. But it's just nice to see the combination that the managers went with, Xavi. So Biscuits and Kessie a bit more physical. And whenever I've seen Gavi, he's been maybe a bit more present in where you see Fati listed on screen. So maybe we see a bit of a double left attack from Barca, especially against Maffeo on that right back spot, because Maffeo is shown there as left back, but he's right back. He will bomb forward, and if those two guys are going to try and get in his pocket, Fati and Gavi, then you know, that might be an easy route to go for Barca tonight. Let's see how that develops. And then a front three of Ousmane Dembele, probably one of the most exciting wingers, the most exciting winger in world football for me at the moment to watch. Lewandowski, who's loving life in Barca, and the aforementioned Ansu Fati. So yeah, some really good teams from all the competitors out this evening. So yeah, I was thinking Bremen was 5-1. Atleti finished 2-0, didn't it? So that's 8 goals. And then we had 3 goals in Roma, so 11. Wow, it's just phenomenal. Just under 3 goal a game average, I think. Or is it maybe just over? Was it just under? I forget. 3. Yeah, it's almost like 4 goal average per game. Sorry, I did the maths the wrong way around there. So let's see if these games tonight can keep that up. PSG are always on for scoring 4 goals. They're always up for it. You know, they always want one each, basically, between all the main attacking players. And Nice have got some options, man. You know, let's see what Barkley can do against PSG. He'll be out to make a name for himself after kind of being rejected by Celtic, it feels like. And also Aaron Ramsey leaving Rangers with his tail between his legs. His contract situation over the last couple of years. So, yeah, that could be a really interesting one to watch, and one that my eyes are already drawn to as we get the game opened up. Barca Mallorca, again, like I said this recently enough, but yeah, it's just started off in the first couple of minutes. It looks very wet in Mallorca. The pitch looks like it's got little spots of puddles, you know, almost. So I don't know if that's just like an optical thing, the way the grass has been cut, or the colour of the grass, or maybe it's just a bit wet or something. It's not necessarily a puddle. But yeah, so the Barca game's not really... Yeah, I definitely think this PSG game keeps catching my eye. Very similar to Marseille last night. And Empoli are actually swinging a ball into the box here. And, you know, from the opening 17 minutes of this Empoli AC Milan match, this does feel like kind of like I'm watching a Verona game, if you get me. Like, it doesn't feel like it's going to be one of those, I don't know, man. It could be 2-0 Milan. It could be 1 each or something. It could be 0-0. You know, I've seen Milan a lot last year. Even winning the title, Milan were not imperious. You know, they were the best of the bunch really last year. That was AC Milan, and you would hope that they would try and build on that. And I think they've made the right moves and sounds towards building on that. But a game like tonight, when it's all said and done, you know, it needs to be like a proper champion victory away to Empoli. You know. So let's see how they do tonight. Because the team they've put out is quite clearly, arguably their strongest team. You know, I don't think you'd say, oh, him is a clear upgrade. Yeah, there's a few kind of, I prefer him over him. Situations in perhaps midfield, maybe even up front, but maybe even in defence. But by that, it's not much of a difference in my opinion. But yeah, we're getting a nice little period of attack across all 3 screens now. Mallorca attacking down the left, and whenever that happens, I'm always waiting to see Maffeo crop up in the back post very late. It didn't happen there, but we'll keep our eyes open for that. As Barkley picks Juan Bernat's pocket and then zings a ball into the post, which Marquinhos intercepts and clears into, I think that's Neymar, who does well with a few people around him, goes out for a throw-in. And PSG have got the ball back in. We've got a corner from Mallorca. Maffeo is edge of the box, it looks like. He's dyed his hair blonde, so he's really easy for me to spot. Yeah, that boy's name is Toure. So on the back of his shirt is B Toure. What did it say on Sorare data? Fode Ballo? Yeah. Ooh. Mallorca get a shot from the edge of the box from the corner. It's blocked. And Barca are going to try and go out and get the ball back. Maffeo brings it down on his chin, basically. Stands up with Jordi Alba. He doesn't want none of that. He gives it back to his pal, the number 4, who gives Maffeo it back. And Maffeo's got the speed, man. He's got the speed. I think but Jordi Alba's rapid, doesn't he? You need to catch him in his blind spot. To do him. You keep that up your sleeve if you're Maffeo. You don't do it at every turn, because then he'll just clock you and he'll know what you're up to. You need to catch him when he's no looking. And as PK walks out with the ball there, I'm looking at that shirt and I'm thinking, man, that's like, it looks like he's topless. It looks like PK. Even now, looking at these Barca people, they look like they're just running about nude, in a weird way. um, the color of the kit is something to say the least. I don't know if it's maybe the quality of my picture or my eyes or something, but that's the way it looks to me. Rafael enters the box, strong and powerful dribble, squares it to the back post for a tap in, and Salamakers. Oh, that's why people don't like you. I'm not saying I don't like Salamakers, but there's people out there that don't like him, and that's why. Because he's not that great a player, But I've seen this with Mark Patrick Red, I'm sure, but like, so I don't think he's a fan of Salamakers. I'm sure it was him, it might have been somebody else, but like, Salamakers, like, one of the things I like about him is like he'll run through a wall for you, kind of idea. And he's a good footballer, certainly. But like you see there, like he needs to kill that. He needs to score there. Like that's a goal for if you're AC Milan. And he was there last year when they won the league. He's not a new signing, trying to get up to speed or anything. He's done that road already. He's a first team player now. Has to score that. Be cruel if it went down as a big chance missed. It's not. Any interesting scores already? I'm definitely keen to watch Barclays on a 40 already. Yusuf Attal's collected 52 points already. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. We're big fans of Yusuf Attal, but he's got a horrible injury record. It's a shame. But if he can get back into good form and good fitness, then I'll be super happy to see that because he's a great player and we love seeing great players play great football. Oh, yeah, Nice are up for it, man. They're pressing PSG pretty well, but PSG's class is just dripping. Juan Bernat, by the way, has done pretty well to stay in this squad and stay in this regime. And fair play to him. I've never been his biggest fan, mainly because he's a really crap FIFA card, and like I think I won him one time, maybe when he was at Bayern, and he's like a crap card to win on Sorare as well because he is proper backup left back. That's what he is, the backup left back for whoever he's playing for. He really needs to take a step down in pay to become a number one, and if you're him, like I don't see the motivation from him to do so. Let's just say. So expecting it to happen in the immediate to short term future is not something I would be comfortable in doing. Sebastian Lletget and Sam Nicholson start in the Colorado Rapids versus FC Dallas match, which is good for FC Barcelona. I didn't play either of them. I'm not too worried. If Lletget scores well, I'm not going to feel too bad about that because he never really came into my reckoning, whereas Llorente and Cunha for L15 under 40 is always on the radar for that. And I do feel like I've dropped the ball on that as well as the Rio Hatate, but if Lletget or Sam Nicholson, if one of them popped off, I wouldn't feel bad about it. I'm really happy with the pair of Guardiola and Tanaka, by the way. I was looking at the pool, and the unfortunate thing about that is it is like upper level tier 2s and tier 3s across rares and super rares, which isn't fantastic. But if I do, I've got a boss score so far, and if Magno and Andrade can follow suit, I think almost regardless of what the goalkeeper does, man, I could, if I go and win the thing, then I'm going to be getting great cards. I don't think I've got great cards considering the pools that you're shopping in. So I'm really happy for that. I'm really excited to watch NYC tomorrow. Of course, Johnson and Callens make up my All-Star Rare team, which had Snodgrass in it today, who only brought in like 33. But he came on at half time, so a decent amount of AA considering he only played 45 minutes and didn't have the 35 starting points. And then also I've got Gold and Russell around that. So that one might surprise me really late on, because if all of them bang like they did last game week, like all of them got around the 80 mark, basically, then Snodgrass's score's almost immaterial because I didn't really have much other midfield options. So no many other people would have came in his place anyway. It would have been maybe Morgan. Morgan would have probably been the safest pick. But I don't know. I'm being quite vain now with my Morgan card. I really like it because it's 1 of 100. First season. I've had it forever. It's been great to me. But I think it looks stupid now in my club. What game was on this? Barca? It's just timed out because it was just from the last show. It just rolled on. A problem with card. Amazon Prime, Lilia TV's glitching on me here. And sometimes it's a bloody nightmare negotiating this Amazon Prime TV menu. I do need to start watching this Rings of Power. I hear it's crap, right? But I did love Lord of the Rings when I was a wee guy when it came out. I quite like The Hobbit as well. It's not too bad. But when I was a wee guy, I was mad for that Lord of the Rings, so I would like to give that a shot, and hopefully it's good. Um, but I've heard it's crap by like critics that I like listening to on YouTube and stuff. Let's do sports. Well, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. We've got no goals anywhere so far, which is very uncanny. It says live Mallorca versus Betis. That can't be right. Is that the listing? Go to press. Okay, because that is Mallorca at home. It glitched out on me last time as well, Amazon Prime. It said it was Sociedad. It said it had the Sociedad game on and the Espanyol game, but on both listings it gave you the Espanyol game or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it was, but it was a pain in the arse. I really wanted to watch Sociedad and I couldn't. It's like it was one of those 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock kickoffs, maybe on a Sunday or something recently. So yeah, Amazon Prime is saying it's Mallorca versus Betis, but it's actually Mallorca versus Barca. So maybe somebody's getting sacked or fined or suspended or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a glitch in the system. Who knows? But yeah, no goals anywhere. And we're 10 minutes in to the matches in Spain and France as we see Lionel Messi stand over a ball and Neymar from about, I'm going to call it 35 yards. Maybe 30 yards? Yeah, 30 yards. And we are in the 25th minute in Italy with Empoli 0, AC Milan 0. So yeah, at night time the goals have dried up. Messi with a free kick, it sizzles, but it bounces and goes out. You know, goalkeeper runs across the front post like this. Wasn't really in too much danger, not too much jeopardy to be had. Score-wise, I don't think anyone's really killing it so far. I think Maffeo's one of the better scoring players in the match, which is nice. Liam Henderson, maybe trying. What number is he? Number 8. Right, so we're watching out for number 8 in the blue team. Liam Henderson. We want to see how he rough and tumbles with Tonali and co. So let's see. We've got a ball through here. Oh. I don't think Liam Henderson's anywhere near the Scotland team, man. We've got so many good centre mids like Gilmore, McGregor, McGinn, even bloody Armstrong. McTominay's meant to be a mid, meant to be a good mid. I'm sure I'm forgetting another couple. Of course, Turnbull was out the squad recently with injury. And yeah, so I don't know, man. But just a fun guy to have, ex-Celtic player. It's fun seeing him being in Italy and being somewhat effective, you know. He's away to press the ball now, so let's see. Zip past him. I think Liam Henderson was at Empoli, and then he was at a team, and like really quickly they got relegated, and then he stayed with them, and then he got them promoted, and then they bombed him out the team, and I think he went back to Serie B, yada yada. Anyway, I think I think one of those teams was Empoli. I think Empoli bombed him out at some point, and now he's back in the team because he's kind of like showing he's like mid-level Serie A midfielder capable. So you know he's earning the stripes out there, and fair play to him. And I think whenever he does either move on a level or change location potentially, like the skill set he'll hopefully have developed in Italy will probably stand him in for a fun career. So it's a card I could enjoy owning, you know. In that sense, is AC Milan are between De Ketelaere and Leao, they're both fucking acting like they're winning 3-0, doing little step overs and wee tricks in tight spaces with 3 men around them on the wing, like in no man's land, not creating anything. The Kettelare's on the ball, now he's got 2 men around him. He gets by both of them. A third man has to come in and take it off his run, and then the ball goes out for a throw-in. So eventually we get out of there. Barca attack down their right-hand side. Mallorca's left. It goes out for a goal kick. Ousmane Dembele clapping his hands in frustration. And it's funny because when I look at this Barca top now, like up close, it definitely doesn't look like skin colour. It's quite golden. It's quite odd. But yeah. Maybe that's when it's on Dembele, but maybe it's PK. Maybe PK is like the same colour as the kit. Maybe that's what it is. I've not even checked in with the live chat, by the way, guys. I'm terribly sorry. There's a bunch of you here. High fives and fist bumps. Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Please do leave a like and all that good stuff. If you've seen the tweet on Twitter, please do like and retweet that. It's got tags for the matches, so I'm hoping we reach the millions. You know, we reach the masses, the public. So if you do see the tweet on Twitter, a like and retweet, very much appreciated by your man Quinny. And yeah, there's 17 or so of you here already. Fist bump to every one of you. Make it known in the live chat. Hope you got some end product coming. Absolute massacre this game week, says Pavlo. Pohang and Gladbach got smoked and Uruguay got destroyed. Never seen so much orange and red in my lineups. One good underdog, limited only. Ouch, Pavel, that sounds sore, my man. The Shrewsbury Wolf, good to see you. It's been a while indeed, my man. I'm not sure. Of course, I remember. It's not been that long. Totally forgot Koundé was injured during the break and played him in common. Well, it's common. Just saw Benson Baini scored a 7. Yeah, Rico, man, it was brutal. OG, and he tried to make up for it, and subsequently they probably gave away possession points and all that good stuff. So yeah, bit of a mare for Rami this week. But I had a good laugh at laughing at the scores of Elvelde and Sommer, because just I know Laird will be. I know next time you hear from Laird, he'll be sore on it. He'll be smarting, as some might say. Have fun, Quinny. I'm off to watch some Ajax. Pavlo, have fun with that. Good luck to you. And we're 15 minutes in across, the two late kickoffs, and it's still 0-0. And we've had so many goals over the last couple of streams that maybe we've been spoiled, but there's definitely attacking intent from all the expected big teams in these fixtures, but I'm not seeing much decisive dominance, particularly from Milan and Barca at this point. Barca are starting to shape up. Gavi puts a ball into the box, and I guess if you get Lewandowski, you can do that all day, and he will score at some point. But Nice, edge of the box, where I think Barkley plays out for number 20, which is maybe Atal, who is one-on-one with Bernat, and I think this is Atal. He's lightning. Oh, Bernat has almost got away with him, and then the flag goes up for maybe offside or something. Atal's maybe just warming up, man. We don't have Nice, do we? I'd love a Yusuf Atal card if he's fit and firing. Salamakers, I think, is missing our chance, or he's injured or something. I'm seeing people warming up, and I don't know if there's a water break or something. What's going on? Yeah, Krunic is coming on. Oh, Salamakers. If he's not hobbling, by the way, that's a burn. Yeah, Salamakers for Krunic. And Krunic is a card that, see, when AC Milan first came out, and Salamakers is kind of hobbling. When AC Milan first came out, Krunic for me was one of the best cards. And let's see how Krunic is priced, right? Because Krunic, see, under the fucking AC Milan manager's name is just totally left my head. Pioli. Under Pioli, he does, again, not only Benacer, but Krunic came from Empoli. And Pioli really likes Krunic. He plays him a lot, man. And he's kind of good. And for the most part, when AC Milan first came out, he's dirt cheap, right? But this guy gets stretches in the game. He does get stretches in the team, I beg your pardon, and he can get goals and assists. He's actually playing some international football as well, playing 90 minutes. He's a main man, it would appear at a glance. Do further research on your own record, of course. But he's just struggled to get consistency. But when he plays he is, look at that against Liverpool, 61 with no decisive. He's a good player, but if he can if that Salamaker's injured, if he's going to get a run in the team now, undisputed, I don't know who else is in the team. Tonali swung a good ball in there, but it was cleared away. Then it could be a great time to get some Krunic action. L15 under 40. Let's see what his score does tonight to that. L15 is 38, and then tonight, whatever he does now from coming on, will add to that, but it shouldn't. It should require quite a lot, I would imagine, to kick him over anything meaningful. So somebody to keep your eye on for £4 for the limited. International player also, so it's one of those potential L15 under 40 cards you pick up that has longer term upside. You're like, oh cool, for £4 I've got a limited player that now plays international football, Nations League and all that jazz, that could be maybe useful once in a while, So let's see how Krunic does in the match. As I say, Empoli's his former club, so this should be a good pitch for him to be on and playing. And Idrisu Babu, right, or Baba. See this defensive midfielder from Mallorca? I think he's been referenced in the passing stats now. I say I've watched a good bit of Mallorca, and one of these football fan pages on one of these stat guys on Twitter is a fanboy on this Babu. It doesn't come up that often, but I've seen him reference it, and I thought I better check that out. 1-0 Barca, Lewandowski with a goal. And that's what he does, man. As I say, you can do that if you've got Lewandowski in your team. Just do that, and eventually he is going to score one. He will sniff it out. He'll sniff it out and he'll get the goal. 1-0 Barca, first goal of the evening, 20 minutes on the clock. Averages a goal every 1.3 matches now. So That's Lewandowski. He's buzzing, loving life in the new camp and loving this. Maybe it's one of his first trips to Mallorca potentially. So let's see it again. So yeah, it comes out to the left hand side with Fatty. Fatty drops it in for Louis, who just drives into the box, cuts it back, and shoots. Oh wow, that's a Bayern goal, man. Maffeo done in the one-on-one with Fatty. Makes me a wee bit sad, but it's not clinical towards anything. And then yeah, Louis chops from left foot to right foot as if he's going to square it, but he is lethal. Finishes that, no problemo whatsoever. Great form, great posture, great technique and execution. Lewandowski's giving it all that for Barca tonight. 1-0. Maybe the floodgates open for the match, hopefully, in general. I don't think Barca are certainly clean sheet merchants, so let's hope Pablo can maybe influence the match as well. Fatty wants to get his stuff on, you know. And yeah, Empoli man are threatening a bit. I'm still yet to really see, and again, because I'm flipping between 3 screens and even 4 with you guys, I want to keep the conversation going with you, of course. I've not noticed Henderson yet. But yeah, basically where that. If you're having fun tonight, guys, at any point, or if you laugh and learn like something, all that good stuff, of course, leave a little like for me. Let me know what game you're watching. Let me know how your game week's going. Who's killed you? Who's made you? What you waiting on for tonight? What you waiting on for tomorrow? It's going to be a really fun game week. I'll give you a wee glance over in case some of you weren't here for the earlier stream, if any of you care. But my SO5 is mixed. Like I said, I'm super disappointed with where my Hitates have went. My fail's up and running in this now. Maeda went into that team over Marcus Llorente at the 11th hour after I seen the Celtic training video from Lennoxtown. I don't know how I missed it from the day before. I was like, oh my God, I have to get Maeda in somewhere. He's definitely going to feature. And again, with Celtic, you're just always hoping and prepping for a big win, especially at home. And it wasn't really that. It wasn't that at all today. But that's my expectations and preparation. Oh, what a ball into the box. Lewandowski again. Oh. Takes a touch to control the ball in midair with his left foot and then with his right foot. Great effort again. Yeah, not in the prizes at the moment anymore. But yeah, this team's still almost a completely run, so this could do something fun. This is what we've got for the main team. I managed to pull 2 of the best cards out of the Celtic team, which is good. Captain Kyogo is probably the best. You know, what else am I going to do, really? Not really missing out on anything by not captaining Oblak or Jens. So basically the best shout I could have made. Yeah, so we just wait on the Super Rares running there. This is also a heartbreaker. Callum McGregor, my unique red card. Sorare conceding 3. Outside of that, I don't know how his AA was like, but disappointing to say the least. When the first couple of goals were going in, I was like, man, you're meant to be a guy that saves stuff. You know what I mean? So disappointing because Furuhashi is a good super rare to waste, and it feels like I've wasted that Rio defender card as well. Unfortunately. Yeah, this is still kind of running. Let's see what happens. This is still running good for the community. So the FC Barcelona, that's the name of my club. My Sorare club, FC Barcelona, the foundation. There's details in the description of the video. There's a link, you can click on it. It takes you all the details you need to know about that. But the community members got 2 big scores maybe coming out of Turkey tomorrow. And, you know, we could be right in amongst some tier 1, some upper tier 2 action, I think. So thanks to Marcelino Nunes and Rio Hatate. Abada just about got on the pitch. Unfortunately, he missed a sitter, and he could have put us into dreamland, man. We could have been chasing something mega down here. DNP, unique. Pain. But anyway, Joe Hart didn't get a clean sheet, so at least I didn't have him with Jens. So glad I had Oblak here. I think I've maximised that combination by thinking, screw it. I'm getting a rare keeper into Challenger to facilitate this. I'm forgetting he's called Joe Hart. He's just doing what he's doing. He's facilitating a team. And I think ultimately, unfortunately, Tony Watt made his debut for FC Barcelona in style with a goal from the bench from Dundee United in a 2-1 loss to St Johnstone. But hey-ho, damage limitation for FC Barcelona, I suppose. Yeah, this team is kind of falling now. Doesn't really matter. As is this team. As is probably this team still. Yeah, like Costage would really need to spack 100 or something to really. Yeah, but this is the big one I'm hoping for. Like, I hope I can win this. Like, how far am I away from the top? Just under 200 points away from the top, with 3 players to run, 3 really good players, half the field have ran, and I don't expect like get 2 incredible scores in the bag already, man. Like if those 3 guys can follow suit, like I'm sailing. The only annoying thing about that is it's a podium with no ETH payout, which is frustrating, to say the least. But anyway, to win 2 quality cards, hopefully 2, like, what would I get for first? A tier 1 super, which would be minted, and a tier 2 rare. Like, it would be probably the top tier 2 rare, one of the top ones. Would be class. So let's cross our fingers and toes. Magno's debut for the club. Is it his debut? Don't know if it's quite his debut, in fact. Is it his debut? I'm not actually sure. But Andrade's yet to perform. He would come in with a big price tag as well. And I'm actually just noticing with these two guys next to each other, I know people were complaining about pictures and that. But as I see those two next to each other, there's a big discrepancy in how the picture actually is. Eh? But hey ho, that is what it is. Maybe Magno's hair is kind of part of that. But yeah, still no goals in the PSG game in Paris. Still 0-0. PSG kind of stalk the edge of the box and lay one in. Ball bounces around, and that maybe Aaron Ramsey is collecting the ball. And there's a clearance, doesn't go anywhere, but somebody's keeping the pressure on. Maybe Vitinha, Juan Bernat. Ramsey's away to press again. Yeah, PSG are just kind of penned them in. Empoli look to be the better team in this match. Like, I'm always seeing Empoli attacking, but I'm not seeing Liam Henderson on the ball. I want to see what his scores look like. But yeah, that's pretty much my best. That's my big hope for a mega score, I think, at this point. And yeah, DNP Nemeka, DNP Forest. Maybe this can still do something okay. Maybe, you never know. I would need huge scores from Jordan and Illich, especially if Maffeo doesn't do it. Yeah, it's not likely. Let's say. But yeah, Henderson's on a 45. So what's he done? An attempted assist. Maybe it's a corner or something. Got a tackle to him. Got an interception. 2 duels won as well. None lost. Yes, Liam Henderson. Nice, nice, nice. Tidy. Tidy, you would say. Tidy. Tidy. Tidy performance. Henderson as in me? No, Liam Henderson. Maffeo assist for Mariki would be handy. Yeah, that would be handy to say the least. Oh, is that 2-0? Oh, no, it's just a replay of the goal. Sorry. Maffeo's just gutted to see Lewandowski scoring right in front of him. Messi's got a free kick edge of the box. Maybe Neymar's got the free kick. Kasper Schmeichel and goal. So funny seeing Kasper Schmeichel not at Leicester. It's quite cool, but I like Kasper Schmeichel. I'd love to see him like do well in his career outside of England because, you know what I mean, fair play to the guy, man. Like, being the son of somebody, you know what I mean, and all that is involved. And I know that's not exactly like a rags to riches story, but it is still a story of sort, you know, in terms of a different kind of struggle, if you like, to win the Premier League and the FA Cup in the circumstances he has. And fucking magic. I think he's had a great career so far, and I'd love to see him do something on the continent. Like with maybe Nice, maybe wins a Conference League or a French Cup or something. Maybe lose somewhere else, like fucking Benfica or something. And I think his dad went to Benfica. I think Peter Schmeichel went to Benfica, didn't he? Oh, free kick goal! Messi, 1-0 PSG. Actually went in. I thought it was Neymar all day. Mbappe is on his feet and he's applauding. So we've got goals now. They're starting to come in, man. I'm just waiting for an Empoli goal. That's all we're missing from the way this plays went so far. Henderson, flick on. Oh, nice. Nice. Somebody won the ball. Henderson flicked it on a nice wee dink. Kind of karate kick move. And then the guy won the flick on. So completed pass for wee Hendo. We like Liam Henderson. I definitely want a super or a wee cheeky unique if he was cheap enough. Because he is like he's a bang average Serie A mid, isn't he? Look at that. He plays all the time. L1530. You know what I mean? He's bang average. But look at him, man. He just loves it, doesn't he? It'd be so funny. If you could get him cheap enough, man, be a great card. I'd love to get cheap enough. The Barca scores are picking up pretty nicely. Gavi's doing well. Big Louis on a 70. And that's one of the complaints normally on Lewandowski is if he's decisive reliant. But tonight, he's got some duels. He's got some passes. The shots are what are building him up here, really, I suppose. The shots are huge. The shots on target. Lewandowski loves them. That's what builds his AA, I guess, and that's kind of what builds his goals. Oh, big ball in. Maffeo, header. Bicycle kick. No. Somebody else brings it down. Maffeo's still onside, but he's in the play. Come on, man. Can we do something, Mallorca? Here we go. Barca have got 4 men in on Mallorca's free, and they're kind of just crowded out to giving it away for a throw in. AC Milan have got a free kick, right? Let's see what we can do before half time. Milan launch it into the box. It's very easily cleared by one of the Empoli players. And yeah, Jesus, man, just no ideas at all. Maffeo, he's got 2 men blocking him out. They know he's got pace. They know he's got threat. He tries to turn. He wins a throw in. Come on, Maffeo, throw it. Come on, wee Pablo. It's a very ambitious throw that no one read. He's basically giving away possession. Cheers, Pablo. I don't know what's happening. All the Empoli players are having a wee conflab. Having a wee chat. Somebody's heart is kind of hobbling. Number 5. Somebody's warming up. It's cool that the Empoli gear as well as Kappa. Kind of like old school. I like the Empoli kit's quite cool, man. Yeah. Raphael's giving it large, getting pushed away. But yeah, we're approaching half time in Italy. It's still 0-0. Empoli have been the most eye-catching team of the two, I must say. As I think we get Gerard Piqué coming up for a set piece. Barca 1, Mallorca 0. It's a corner we've got here. Piqué's up for it along with the big hitters. Nice big high ball in. Somebody meets the header. They're claiming for another corner. It's a goal kick that's given. Lewandowski, I think, met the header, yeah. PSG on a somewhat counter-attack, but whoever that was, 17, just absolutely put the brakes on it. 17, I think that's Vitinha, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely put the brakes on play there. And between him, Fabio Ruiz, and Marquinhos, and now a wee bit of Neymar, they're just kind of controlling the game. I very much see like what PSG are trying to do, like by bringing in Fabian Ruiz, Sorare, Vitinha, they're just buying guys and telling them just do what you were doing anyway, or do what you would do in this situation. There's not much coaching going on with these guys required. For mainly the, don't get me wrong, they've still got a lot of development to go in their careers, some of them, but it's not like you're teaching them a new system or a new formation. They're really just playing to their strengths in terms of controlling tempo, looking for openings, reading the game appropriately. When's the time to strike? When's the time to consolidate? Big diagonal ball. Maffeo's going to chase down. And Ter Stegen just about reads it well enough and catches the bounce. Totally takes the sting out of it. I think there's maybe an offside or something given. Or a free kick. And yeah. Right, it looks like we're going to be getting into half-time. Empoli 0, AC Milan 0. Which I must say is not a surprise, but I think Empoli will be going into half-time, man, with a wee pep in their step, thinking, do you know what, we can get something today. It's here. Let's see what else is going on. Half an hour in with Mallorca. Mallorca are starting now to try and let's try and get a chance before half-time. Let's play into the fans a bit, keep them in good spirits. Muriqi and Maffeo definitely like to bounce and attack and cross. Muriqi's very robust. A couple of times I've seen Mallorca, he's like a great forward to watch. I don't know how good he does on AA necessarily, but he loves to throw himself around. He's not shy. He will put his body on the line at both ends of the pitch. He comes back in defence as well. Maffeo lays it on for number 10, who tries a dinked cross in, which is just feeble. Barca clearance gives it back to the number 10, who gets another one of these feeble crosses in, but it's found. A Mallorca player who slides in, number 18, Costa, and he slides in, gets a touch on it. It's a shot on target, but it's directly where Ter Stegen is. Generally, if Ter Stegen is situated anywhere else, it's point blank range. It's just that it's right in front of him, and the shot is just straight as well, and it's elevated so it comes to his hand. The goalkeeper does well, of course, but the striker will feel sometimes you can maybe hit it too well, if that scuffs off his boot ever so slightly and there's a bit of swerve on it, and then Ter Stegen gets an error led to goal because it's flicked off his finger and went in, how small margins change the outcomes of these things, look at that again. Oh, it comes right into this region here, between Ter Stegen saves the ball here, just comes right into that spot. So yeah, very good goalkeeping. well positioned and all the rest of it. I hope that's not a BCM. Oh, maybe it should be a BCM, I suppose. Point blank range, like 6 yards out. But yeah, it's still 1-0 Barca. But that'll give Mallorca a wee bit of confidence, you would think. Like, yeah, we can get at them. We just need to get another one of those and put it away. It's half time and Empoli are buzzing. I see Scotland flags. I've seen one. I say plural. I've seen a Scotland flag. But obviously they're all blue and white, the whole place. In the Empoli Stadium. As they come off at half time, Empoli 0. AC Milan 0. And now we have another free kick. Messi and Neymar standing over the same position. Neymar hits this one. Oh, it's not that far away, by the way. Not that far away, by the way. Barca are in possession of the ball, and maybe they're trying to just like say to Mallorca, listen, you think you're going to get a little spell in this match, but no, you're not. Oh, Hendo's lost a few of his points. He's down to 42 now. Maybe lost some jewels or given some possession away or something. Grassi's come off injured for Razvan Marin. Yep, I thought he was in that squad now. So maybe Empoli, but Razvan Marin, is this Nicholas Haas? Yeah, I think I know his name from somewhere too. This is actually maybe a bit of an eclectic little midfield they've got going on. This is giving me a little bit, and again, I've not paid enough attention to Empoli in detail, but this is giving me little Celta Vigo vibes with the way the midfield's built, personnel and style and whatever. So yeah, what's he lost his points for? Maybe a foul's cost him? That's maybe new. Definitely had no duels lost before. He's now lost 3, so that's new. So that's maybe nerfed him a little bit. Took a few points out of his pocket. But yeah, still decent from wee Hendo. And that could be a good wee underdog card, as we all like to say now. And the Barca game, how are the scores looking? Let's have a wee refresh just to make sure we're up to speed. Pablo's on a 32, Matteo, the little pink dot here. Lewandowski on 71, Ansu 66, doing very well with their decisive bases. And otherwise, I wouldn't say anything else is particularly noteworthy. Maybe Christensen on a 54, big passing defender, whereas PK is just being PK now again. In the PSG match, Messi with the free kick goal, 67.8 points only. Otherwise, nobody in this match. Maybe Yusuf Attal is worth a mention, but nobody else, I would say. Bernat is hemorrhaging points. He's been on the ball a lot, and a lot of the play's been down on his area. So he'll be involved, I'm sure, in a lot of lost duels and possession lost and such, I would imagine. He's won a tackle. Duel lost, 5. Possession lost 4, exactly. So yeah, that's the jeopardy of Juan Bernat, I suppose, versus... And I suppose maybe Nuno Mendes is culpable of having matches like this. I've not watched him particularly closely in that sense, so something to think about out loud. Maybe I remind myself. Maybe you guys can remind me of it further on in the season. But yeah, we've got some goals, not in Italy, but we've got one in France. It's 37 minutes in. PSG 1, Nice 0, thanks to a Messi free kick. And it's Barca 1, Mallorca 0, thanks to a Lewandowski, like, classic Lewandowski goal, you would say. AC Milan don't really bring anything to this party in the sense of a Messi or a Lewandowski. I suppose PSG kind of overcompensate for that with their team having Mbappe on the bench, and the card is out and Barca are going mental with the ref. Bit of a Rami on the go here. Don't really know what's happened. I was too busy admiring the PSG. PSG are just stroking the ball around, doing absolutely fantastic. PK is getting booked. He's picking up a yellow card for a tackle on maybe the Babu guy. That's a little guy, number 20 something on the ground. And Fati and Maffeo are like grabbing shirts, and so's Gavi and Maffeo. He's up for causing it tonight. As we see, it's number 14 in the box for PSG, crosses it, and Nice are kind of playing heady tennis trying to get it out. Neymar brings it down, he takes it into the corner, he's got 2 men around him. Melvin Bard, I think, or Ross Barkley, one of them, actually gets the ball off Neymar, and then goes out for a PSG throw, and Neymar throws it in. He's got somebody in support, I can't really tell who it is. And he's fouled. Number 4 is in support with him, if you know who that is. Oh, Neymar's been kicked. He's down. Neymar kicked him down. Oh, he's at it. He's at it. That wasn't sore. That's a fake one, Neymar. Come on, Neymar. That's a fake one. You know it. So yeah, nothing score-wise really going on here, which is a wee bit suspect for Neymar. Normally he's got lots of duels won because he just dribbles people like mad. But I suppose maybe today, with how packed this team is, maybe that's not been possible for him. But yeah. A lot of big scores. I'm actually going to I'm actually just thinking I shouldn't be drinking. I've got the dregs of a can of juice here that I'm still sipping away at, and I'm looking at the time and I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to be awake for this Montreal DC United game tonight when I'm trying to get to sleep tonight. So sounds like the perfect fixture to fall asleep to, doesn't it? Montreal versus DC. Sounds like a fucking snooze fest. But it'll probably be like a dominant 1 or 2-0 win for Montreal. And hopefully Wanyama fucking bosses a triple treble, fucking treble, fucking triple, you know what I'm saying? And a goal or something like that, or an assist. Because he's been getting in the box, man. Wanyama's like owning the job now. I've been watching like all the Montreal highlights. That's the closest I can get to them this year. And man, he's owning being the boss midfielder in the team. And I love seeing that from Wanyama. So yeah, I thought, do you know what? I've got to put my it's kind of what I was thinking. I was going to put my faith in Llorente, but I was like, Wanyama should be getting my faith. He's getting the L5. He's killing it. He's top of the league, you know. And whereas I'm like, Llorente, I'm waiting for something to happen. That was the decision. That was what trapped into my mind at the final call for that one. So I hope that is vindicated, because I was waiting for something to happen with Llorente, and it happened the time you drop him. Of course it does. It always does, you know. And there's not much we can do about that. But hopefully the rationale on the actual execution pays off, and then I can feel vindicated that, hey, I made a decision that paid off or was correct. Maybe it doesn't score quite as well. There's not much you can do about that, I suppose. That's just sod's law. Ramos is number 4, isn't he? Ramos is getting like a mad skin cut. Barely recognised him. He actually looks younger. So yeah, Bernat and Ramos. Maybe that's a little Spanish combo that they're working out on that left-hand side. They've got Marquinhos and Mukiele on the right-hand side, or Marquinhos centre, Mukiele on the right, covering the back of Hakimi. And Mukiele and Hakimi, by the way, on the same side of the pitch. Like, if I got Hakimi, I do have Hakimi. I maybe get a Mukiele, by the way. See if they keep this up. See if PSG keep up with Mukiele and Hakimi playing together. Like, that could be amazing. That could be an amazing pair. And I don't think Mukiele's U23 anymore. But I'm a big fan. Yeah, he's 24. I'm a big fan of Mukiele. He's cheap as chips as well. Don't think he's ever present, but at the moment, which is the problem. He's in, out, shake it all about. So against Maccabi Haifa, he started at right mid. He was a sub against PSG. He was a sub against Lyon, I beg your pardon. A sub against Juve. So I think Juve would be the strongest team. Kimpembe. Yeah, Kimpembe's the number 1, I suppose. Maybe he's pushing. Fresnel. Quimpembe is a friend of the channel. Once referred to me as in the comments section. But yeah. 42nd minute, we're seeing Yusuf Attal dance his way into the box, beats 2 men. Ramos just stands up, and Attal just blasts the ball into his backside. And now it's a counter attack. Ekitike is right on the heels of all these guys. Schmeichel and co, as they look to try and get the ball back into the PSG half before they can shape out. Ross Barkley turns on himself, gets taking lots of touches on the ball. Ross Barkley is like watching Turnbull in a weird way. And then we've got, I think that's Bard, isn't it, in the left back row? Bard for Barkley. Both got very similar haircuts. Barkley doesn't forward pass, passes it back to Ramsey. He's trying to get himself edge of the box, and Barkley's done that, but he gets the ball, then passes immediately backwards again to Ramsey. And then they go nowhere. Like, you need to turn on the ball there. You need to... What's he doing? Where is Ross Barkley? Is he still in that line? Yeah, he is. He's just trying to buy it. Well, isn't he? He's a bit of a donkey, isn't he? Is that all he's going to do? Is that all he does? I thought he was really impressive when he was coming through at Everton, man, but he's just not getting any... He's on the last man. He's on the last line. He's the attacking midfielder. He's on the 18-yard line in the pocket between 2 centre-backs. And within the space of a minute, there's a big shouts for the bench and that head knock for Sergio Busquets. Big head knock. He's kind of moving in that. He's sitting up now. He's holding his head, but the ref was like, it's a shoulder into the back of the head. I think it's Still could be really bad, don't get me wrong, but it is a shoulder. It's not like a bad, like somebody's wrapped it on him kind of thing. So yeah, that's what he's saying is my shoulder. So yeah, hopefully that's not too bad. Hope he's okay. But yeah, to not turn and like try and get into the box and play the ball or something, to twice play back to Ramsey, you know what I mean? Like he's even running himself and trying to like, guy, play a 1-2, play over the top for me or slide me in. None of that, you know. As we get Messi, I think, edge of the box here for PSG, lays it out left for Bernat, who cuts it back for Messi again, who shoots and pulls out a big save. I don't know if it's a big save, but a big one-hand clamber from Kasper Schmeichel. Let's see that again. So yeah, Messi running the line, sends the ball and the defence in one direction, gets the ball back and takes a lovely shot. And yeah, I think Barca have got a goal right on the stroke at half time. Or is this a replay? I think it's a replay. I hate when they do that. They just drop it in with the live time on at the same time, so you think you're watching live footage, you know. I think when they play those replays, the time should disappear or something. Neymar swings in a corner, and Ekitike almost wins the header over Dante, by the way. He's looked okay, by the way, really nippy, that Ekitike. I think he's preparation for, like, you know, somebody leaving, whoever leaves next out of Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. Looks apart, looks decent. Imagine being Ekitike. That's what I was thinking as well. Like in the summer, or see whenever they signed him, I was talking to somebody. And I can't remember if it was on the content or not, but I was saying, imagine you, that's Ekitike guy. Imagine he started doing like a private vlog of like his life. You know, like being signed up from Ream, being an unknown, going into PSG, and now he's training every day with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. You know what I mean? And they're all like, by the time Ekitike, no matter where he is in life or his career, see by the time he's 30, think how much fucking quality like stuff you would have there. You know, like you'd love to know and like look at and go, what were they like in training together and all that. You know, when they're all retired and nobody gives a fuck anymore, and they can all do documentaries about it. You know, I think the Ekitike perspective would be a fun one. You know, being that. Because he was like a nobody like last year, you know, he's not as if he's even one of these big academy wonder kids or something, you know, he came through at Ream, you know, kind of out of nowhere, I think, by all accounts, very young. So from his perspective, man, it must be like dreamland, you know, like this is incredible, I can't believe this is happening. And what he learns from them and what they tell him and wee stories and wee tricks they teach him and all that kind of stuff, I just think it would be amazing, man. Gold. Football gold, you know. Football heritage. As maybe Jose would say. Messi's a banker from that range. Quinny, take a look at my game week. I'm not going to, maybe I will, guys, we'll see. Good start from a limited specialist. Both under 40s have got over 50. Well done, Rico, man. Good to see. Messi, Hendo is wowing at Messi. Schmeichel was a Sporting Lisbon he went to. Rico, man, good catch. Guys, a shame they're not all hitting together. Quinny, thoughts on selling Felix? Never in my plans and rarely bangs in Simeone's Atleti. I don't see like I don't think anything's changed with him, to be quite honest. But like if he's going for a good rate and selling him is more viable than what it has been previously, then it's a nice time to exit, I would suggest, you know, in that sense. Not 2 in a row. You know, give them a break. Yeah, with the 3 kicks, I think that is. Which domestic league would you say are the best and worst value for money in SO5 currently? I'm really sorry, Hendo. I'm really sorry. I'm not allergic to reading the chat, but I'm trying to catch free screens and make sure that I'm covered on things enough so that if I'm telling you something that's going on, I know what's happening. But I'll do better to keep up with the chat. I'm terribly sorry. I need screen number 3 installed pronto. The league that I think is maybe best value for money, I really like La Liga, and the member stream on the coming Wednesday, I'll definitely be going through some stuff and just kind of highlighting that maybe a bit better, maybe on Monday or something, who knows. But I think La Liga is fantastic value for money. I'm a big La Liga fan at the moment. Worst value for money, I think it's potentially Serie A, because I think Serie A, like, you don't get, like, scoring well in Serie A is kind of hard. It doesn't happen, yeah, across the board. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad generalisation by me. But just when you put me on the spot there, that's just kind of what's in front of me as well. I guess it's maybe a wee bit of just that's part of the psychology into it. Going to watch NYCFC tomorrow, 100% on the fence whether we're going to stream it or not. 98 for Marcelino Nunes. Hendo, you can fucking say that again. Roddy Boss still has my Marcelino Nunes. I reckon you could get it off him for about 0.45, 0.5 or so, because of the rate he got it off me for. He'd probably just take that and run. If you were interested in Marcelino Nunes, he'll almost certainly come down on his rate. Quality of player. Kind of gutted on the week. I sort of probably could sell him now. Must have been much better off for it, but hey ho. Half time. Oh no, this is the Juventus game. I'm like, what's going on? Why is it 2-1? I've not seen them concede a goal. But yeah, I've done some action. Got my Sensei in. Got my De Kaiser in. Got my La Liga 2 guys in. Got Felix Nemeka because, like, he's a CFG guy, brother of Lucas, of course. Cheap as chips as well. Don't think I spent much on him. It's like maybe, I don't know, 0.05 or something like that, 0.04. Not much. But he scored for Germany under 21s, and I'm thinking, if this guy's getting brought through in the German under 21 setup, and I've seen him play for Wolfsburg off the bench a few times, he's maybe bigger than Lucas Nemeka, and he plays centre mid. He's a big boy. And this one was available. It's 11 of 100, so a low number, and it's got the England flag on it as well, so he's German now technically, so that's kind of something funny about it. And it was cheap as hell. He's an under 23 mid for another couple of years. So if he breaks in the next 18 months, that's another one that I don't mind sticking in the back burner. And obviously as well, I've picked up my Magno, I've picked up my Watt, my Fusato, and my Jack Hendry, as well as Tenas. So I've been really busy, and all these guys as well, really. I've been really busy with the trade and in and out. So I'm trying my best not to really worry about guys that I've let go and how well they've scored or they're going to score, because that's football. As long as I'm not letting go guys that I think have retired, I know they're going to keep playing, and that's part of the thing with selling them. We'll regret it at some point, but I need to, like, my main mission now is kind of getting my teams back being like really strong, because I had to kind of like disassemble a lot of stuff, as you've heard me talk about too often on content, and now I'm really looking at things and I'm not thinking about Celtic cards. I'm not like, oh, I need a Joe Hart, or I need a this, or I need, oh, Jens is signed for Celtic, let me go run and go buy one of them, or this or that or the other. I'm now like, I need a rare mid, and it doesn't. I'd actually rather not it be a Celtic card, so that I'm not as exposed to them, because I'm so centrally located on Celtic at the moment, which is not a problem. But for where my gallery's been before, and where my gallery will always naturally go, is away from Celtic, because that's the stuff I'll be watching. Celtic don't play 3 games of football a weekend, they only play one. And I watch a fair amount, obviously, doing this as well. So I'm always open to that. And we found some actually really good players this weekend that I'm looking forward to watching more of, and maybe making some more purchases. Or some trades, maybe getting guys I follow, maybe later I win them and stuff. It's just part of the game, man. And I really enjoy it, and I'm really glad for everyone who can join the stream live. If you're watching them play against AC Milan, the second half has started, and we're just coming in for, we've got half time in France and half time in Spain at the moment, where it is PSG and Barcelona both winning 1-0 respectively. And if you are joining the live chat, let it be known. Get your fist bumps on arrival. In the live chat as well, by the way, guys, like, see anything you're looking to get, like fucking football tops, zippers, all these stadium jackets, see everything that you see football gear wise. It's available on fanatics.com, and there's a link in the description of this video with codes and stuff. You click the link, use the code on the basket. You need to do it all in one kind of seamless move, and they pay me for you doing that. You get a discount, they pay me, everyone's a winner, and they've got everything. I'm going to buy that Japan, the reversible stadium jacket thing, that's a baller. I'm definitely buying that in the next 24, 48 hours. And I might buy something else, just to do it. So the codes that are in the description, they're actually really good. There's like free UK shipping as well as discounts and whatever. And I've got them. Like, I got an email and it tells me for the full week. And I think I'm just meant to tell you every day the one. But I've just copied them all in for the next 5 days. So whatever day you get paid, or whatever day you fancy, you think, oh, Monday you've remembered, and then you're like, oh, I better go get that code. I've just put all the codes in there that I've got that are valid. So if you're looking to buy anything, fitba tops, jumpers, even baseball tops, basketball tops, hats, fucking scarves, anything at all, you can get it on that website. It's all the real shit, it's not fake or fuck all. And they pay me if you use the link and then use the code at the basket. Everyone's a winner, baby. Not the yellow one, but it's like white with birds. I'll show you it. think we looked at it. Um, I think we looked at it the other day. Japan. The one that everyone's going mental for is a fucking belter. The main thing about it is it's reversible. This one here, so it looks cool, but also when you unzip it and you zip it round, it looks like the blue. You know, I don't know why it doesn't show you the pictures for it. Why doesn't it show you the pictures for it? That makes me nervous that it's not reversible. This one is there a reversible? Oh, look at the. I actually kind of like those joggies as well. Like I think they're quite cool joggies. Maybe I'll buy them as well. Walking about Glasgow, but with Japan gear, people just know you're a Celtic fan. Especially, I feel like tracky. I think fuck it, I'm going to do it. But um, I think I think the code I've got the now is kickoff. But again, use the link in the description of the video because they pay me then, you know. And again, they've got everything on this. Look, NHL, Formula One, wrestling, NFL, football. Like every team, it's all the real stuff. I think you can get it printed as well and sent to the house, all sizes. And say there's codes there for free shipping and stuff. So if you're thinking about using them, if you're thinking about buying anything, I'll always have that like religiously now in the live streams. So like, make sure you use it if and when you need something or you fancy something. So it's basically where I get all my clobber from. And you've seen like all the tops and all the jumpers and everything I wear. You know, it's all the real stuff. It's all brilliant. Like this jumper, honestly, I would have 5 jumpers that were just like this. Like it's really comfy. I'm not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But aye, trust me, it's good stuff. Like I'm not just saying that; it really is. And they're huge fans of the content. They're like, Quinny, we'll give you a code and give it to all your give it to all your followers, all 2 of them. There's a bunch of here tonight. I joke, of course, I kid. But they love the content and they want you to have cheaper stuff and they want to help the channel out. But yeah, no massive scores. Is anyone 100 capable out of these games, guys? What do you think? Messi and Lewandowski, of course, probably the most likely names to be said. Is there any surprises? Tonali's pushing 47 at the moment, and he is got 1 interception, 3 positive duels, and 1 tackle. Tonali's triple eligible, I think, starting the second half here. And yeah, I'm going to get the chat back up. Are the name sets they add authentic or are they like the Sports Direct ones? Oh, good question. Let me go check. What did I buy off them that's printed? Have I bought anything printed off them? I think I got the River Plate shirt from Argentina. It's kind of hard to say, right? Because see the MLS ones are like really cool. Like, 2 seconds, I should have brought it with me. But like the MLS ones is like the official like logo, you know, stuff and all the rest of it. As you can see there, you know, so it's all like the proper like lettering and stuff. This is the Barco one for Atlanta, the cool like gold letters and the cool gold number and stuff. Obviously, Barco's not there anymore, which is a bummer. But yeah. So for MLS, that's the script. But with other stuff and other leagues, I don't know. I've got a feeling it is all the real stuff. So I think like especially for the big leagues, I think it probably will be the specific ones like MLS, the Premier League, and whatever. Um, I'm pretty confident on that, to be honest with you. But again, like I think my Leipzig shirt I bought from them. I bought from Leipzig direct. But the MLS stuff came from them. River Plate I got from a River Plate guy because they didn't have it for ages, and I wanted it rapid. And like the jumpers, all the jumpers are all brilliant and zippers and stuff. The Bayern Munich zipper, but like the red one I was wearing yesterday, like you can see some of them, like that is a kind of ball basic, like Sports Direct Bayern Munich zipper I've got. It's not really a good one. It was really cheap, and I thought, oh wow, I thought it'd be really good. I thought it'd be like this, but a zip, in Bayern. I thought that's what it would be like. So it was the same season Adidas, but it is that Bayern zipper. I don't. It's not good quality. That one. I don't recommend that at all. But again, you can kind of if it looks too cheap on the site, you'll know it's probably the ball basic standard version one. You know, with nothing in it. You know what I mean? Um, Thanks, Quinny. I'm trying to upgrade my collection. Currently looking to scout some hidden gems or at least have good value for money. Konya Sport, I've got a great defence, mate. So good eye there. Thinking of getting 0.9ish for Felix and buying Zorgan. Wow. Yeah, I've seen Zorgan. He's came up a few times. U23, like attacking mid kind of guy, I think, isn't he? Yeah, that could be. It's a great churn, 0.95 pocket the majority of that and replace him with somebody like Zorgan. Is Zorgan a forward? I thought he was a mid. Is it because you have other forwards and Felix isn't coming into the plans and the mid would come into the plans? Is that the logic? If about point 0.3 is your budget, fuck Zorgan, mate. Get Marcelino Nunes. If you're going to sell Felix for that much, get Marcelino Nunes for about 0.4ish off a Roddy Boss. Marcelino Nunes is the boy, man. I wish I never realised. There's no real need for me to sell him, to be honest with you, but I did. I did. I just thought, oh, fuck it, I don't need him anymore. I've got Santi, I've got this, I've got that. I'm not gonna be playing him in Globe. I'm not gonna be playing it. I'll be. It would be really useful for like the fixtures that he offers, but when everyone's, I've got too many options, and I bought him because I didn't have options. So that was the logic that it came to. Managed to turn around pretty well in the deal overall, I would say. Aye, yeah, like in midfield. I feel your pain, buddy. Same as me, man. But again, it feels like alright. I feels like I've got some people coming back in, and the Sensei buy. Like I bought it last night, and again, it was after me saying on the stream last night, Hendo, and you saying I before talking to you and Mark or whatever. But again, I was in that zone late at night, and I was like, man, it just makes so much sense. Like he's like again, like can I let me show you this right? So I picked up Sensei. Um, Let me go and check him out on this. Now, Stefano Sensi, right? It doesn't matter, right? Forget anything you think about him or whatever, right? But when I look at his scores, right, for Monza, right, since he's been there, 14 minutes, whatever, forget about that. 90 minutes here against Napoli, it looks at 14 AA, right? But he's conceded 4 goals, okay? So he's lost on the goals conceded 8 points. So you add that on, that's 22 AA on top of that, right? In this game, he's won 2 tackles, had 1 interception and 2 duels. On top of that, a bunch of kind of decent, like passing stats. None of them are mind-blowingly mental, are they? Same with the attacking ones. Again, nothing mind-blowingly mental. But he's got a double-double. His fouls have cancelled each other out. But again, like, he's not done anything wildly amazing. They've lost 4-0, right? We look at this 2-1 loss away to Udinese. And again, they've conceded 2 goals, so he's lost 4 points off of this. So that's 20 AA points regardless anyway. And he's won 4 tackles, which is considerable. Only won 1 duel, no interceptions, right? So maybe sometimes these things are categorized like it's 4 tackles rather than 2 tackles and 2 interceptions. So it's kind of the same performance for me, really. And again, the passing stats aren't really that different. And the attacking stats, again, aren't that amazing. And they've lost 2-1. He's not got a decisive. So I think, okay, there's a lot of credibility in that. And then it kind of goes on and it improves. Okay, so against Roma, they've lost 3-0. Okay. And in this match, he's won 1 tackle. He's made 2 interceptions. He's not got any positive duels. And again, an okay amount of passes, like 75 passes. Okay, eye catches there. But again, it's not mental. This is quite high, I guess, in terms of attempted assist and penalty area entries, especially in a 3-0 loss. But that's his AA getting a bit higher, and it's one of his better games. And then we get into the Atalanta match. It's basically the exact same situation again. We get a triple-double, so he's got 2 tackles. So again, nothing mind-blowing. 3 interceptions and 5 duels. So again, decent. He picks up the triple-double, whatever. A couple of attacking stats. Again, none of them are mental. And look, he's walking out with 37 all over in his AA. And a 2-0 loss with no decisive actions. And then he gets his decisive, and his AA doesn't pop up too much, right? They've been maybe a bit more effective in the match. He's been defending a bit less, but subsequently he's then got the goal and boosted himself up. And then in the last match, right, he gets subbed off in the 54th minute. Juventus got a man sent off, and Monza went gung-ho for it and ended up winning. But in the 54 minutes, in a tight match with Juve, it would be said, 1 interception, 3 duels, no tackles, and again, the usual kind of passing stats that he was collecting anyway. So it feels like to me, right, over this last, is it this period here? See, yeah, I think 55, 52, 50. I think this is his floor. See what we see here, this last six? I think we're just going to see that stretched out through the season for Sensei. I really do. Maybe we get some 80s and 90s, but I really do think this is his life. Like, I think that's what we're going to see all season. And I really talked myself into paying 0.195 for him, and I done so. And let's see how it pans out. Their fixtures are good. Like, you get a nice run of, like, I can't use them for Sampdoria, obviously, but next game, Spezia and Empoli. And then Milan should be hard, but he'll be defending like he was against Atalanta and Roma, so he'll probably still score well, you know. This is what I'm thinking when I'm looking at him. And then there's these games he should do okay, and then Lazio, and then a couple of games he should do maybe okay. Salernitana, Fiorentina, Inter, Camoranese, Sassuolo, Juve, Sampdoria, Bologna, Milan. You know, it's a nice. They've got a nice fixture list. You know, then there's three teams in Lazio, and then yeah. Anyway, so I just think this is. I think he's a really great. I think he's a power mid. But again, I've not watched him. This is my main trepidation around this thing. It's actually one each. Nice have scored. I'm terribly sorry, guys, that I've missed that. 2 seconds, I'll catch up to speed with that while I finish this Sensei rant. But anyway, that's where I got to in my mind, and I was like, I was going to try and bid the guy down because the last couple of rares had went for a bit cheaper. But like the problem I've got, I was trying to get him down at about 0.15 or something. You know, he had it listed for what you see. I paid for it here. I've had him in the past. Where did I have him before? Yeah, so I paid 0.19 for him last time. When it looked like he was going to be coming off the bench and maybe getting into the Inter team. And then I sold him for 0.055. And then I bought him back again at 0.195. So this is the Sensei train. Let's see how we work on this one. That's funny to see that. It's not often I go back in for a player, but I'm just like, it's happening. And I know Sensei is a capable Serie A player. And like, I don't see any reason for these scores not to repeat. He's been involved in games where he's conceded 3 and 4 goals and still been in amongst being an effective, very effective, if not prominent SO5 card, and maybe even slightly different circumstances. The next layer of the onion that I peeled back on this, and then we'll go back to tonight's football, is I went through the Monza lineups, and I can even just do it for you now at a quick glance. And as the season has went on, their lineups have changed drastically for the better. Okay, if we go back to their first game this season, look at the back. Oh, where are we? Yeah. So we've got Mari, Marlon, and Augustus. Is this the last game? This looks like Pisa. And then, yeah. So Mari, Marlon, look at that team. And then look at the midfield. And the two strikers are who we expect to see there. And then we go through these 3 games. The defence completely changes from the next game, where it's a 4-0 loss. We go into the next match, the defence completely changes again. Sensei comes into the midfield, and we still have random people rotating between all the midfield spots. We now have Pessina come in, Sensei stays. We're now, again, the back 3 changes again. It's a 3-0 loss. And then we have the back 3 changing, but we've got Pablo Mari coming back. Pessina stays, Sensei stays, and Ravella comes in, and Danny Motta comes into the picture. And then we see Ravella, Pessina, and Sensei stay in the team. The back 3 firms out. We see Armando Izzo join the picture, who's a big signing, former Torino centre-back. And we get a 1-1 draw, fair enough, it's Lecce. And then the team stays the same again. And they beat Juve, a 10-man Juve, 1-0. So I think everything's just pointing in this direction of, like, see these guys that are dark. See anyone who done well in this match, they're going to probably do well. Now, I think this is a good time to get Monza cards, finally. It's Monza season, baby. Someone tell Black. Someone pinch him. Someone tell Black it's Monza season. Right, so it's 1 each in the Nice game. Let's get back to business. Laborde with it. No assist credited, so I don't know how that panned out. Yusuf Atal's on 66 points. He is taking note in this match, it must be said. I'm going to take a wee breather because I went on a big rant there, and I'm going to catch up with the chat. No change on the scorelines anywhere else. Atal assist. Sensei does look a bargain when you compare him to Ravella score-wise, when you take him out of the U23 utility. I think Ravella, like, I've seen Ravella, right? So I would make the Ravella move probably a bit more confidently, because I've seen Ravella last year do well. But I've taken a wee bit of a leap of faith on and Sensei again. When I looked at him, I'm like, he's 27. He's still got the bit between his teeth to, like, get his career going, because he's not really, he done well, got the move to Inter, and then he's fell flat in his face, and he's having to go again at Monza as the big money main man centre mid. So that kind of got me going as well. Whereas Ravella is on loan, and I expect him to have a great season, and I don't think he'll be pulling his punches or anything. Don't get me wrong. Um, but yeah, so it's just a slightly different situation. And if, as you say, he probably will be more expensive with that U23 premium. So I didn't even entertain Ravella. But again, at 0.195, I was just like, fuck it, Quinny, just buy it because I'm gonna send him a bid for 0.15, and then he's going to cancel his listing and join the floor, which is a wee bit above 0.195. And then I'm going to end up talking him in to accepting basically where they started anyway. Probably how it's going to go. So I just thought, to hell with it, just buy it, rip the plaster off and do it. So I'm hoping he's like an all-star rare mid for me that can maybe facilitate Champ Euro depending on what super rares are going on and what fixtures are going on, etc. But again, that Sensei doesn't feel fixture reliant in any way. I think he's scoring good points really in any setting. It's just a wee bit of luck for me, like if it does happen or not, because as you've seen, like all those, he's not doing anything mad. Like like we've seen one game where he won 4 tackles, right? But he also in that game get 0 interceptions and only won like 2 duels or something. So like yeah, he's not doing anything wild. I don't think. Very repeatable, very repeatable, and that's what I'm looking for. But I do want to watch the Monza, and if I can catch a bit of Cap App, and if I was to get cold feet on him, like I think he'll still score well enough, often enough that I'm not going to be in the same situation I had with him the first time I bought him. But yeah, and Hendo got his super rare ages ago as well, mad cheap if I remember rightly. Can we go back to Sensei? Let's have a look at that. Our price graph on the super rare all time. There's been a few. Can we see Hendo's? I think Hendo maybe bought back here somewhere. Bought by Hendo, 0.26. And then sold for 0.4 quite soon after. Nice move, Hendo. Didn't hang on to him too long. And then who had that one? Panonormus. What did he do with it? He sold it for 0.4 as well to Mastorore. And Mastorore maybe still has it. Yeah, Mastorore maybe still has it. If you care. I know he didn't play for you. There'll be no affection attached to that NFT, I can tell you that from Hendo. But yeah, maybe, if you cared. Good trading, Hendo. Great to see as always, my man. Tonali's on a 53, Tomori a 59. Tatsarano has got his clean sheet points in the bag, so does Vicario. And the game is finally poised at 0-0. Like, Empoli are going to, like, Empoli are quite happy with this, I think. Like, really. They can still sneak a goal and, like, get their noses in front in this match. And wouldn't it be funny if it was Liam Henderson that scored? Sofiane Diop and Hakimi going at it on the touchline there. And it's still Barca 1, Mallorca 0, 56 minutes. And yeah, Mallorca are just kind of camping in now. And they're looking to really counter attack at this point. Empoli are just the main team attacking and attacking and attacking. Endo's giving me the private nudge or just the group chat now nudge that Mbappe is entering. Mbappe will be entering the foray. Ross Barkley over the free kick. Messi's looking at Barkley like, who are you, man? Messi's got such a funny kind of face, doesn't he? In a weird way. Like, for that kind of situation, you could just imagine him just being like, what's this guy up to? Because he's giving it, Ross Barkley's like that. Tough days, I feel like I'm going to keep it low. Or, I don't know what he's doing. Messi's just looking at him, his mad bearded face, like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, McBride said shit. Maybe Mbappe coming on isn't good news for for the gang. Fair enough, I suppose. Under 23 is dead for me. I think that's his in champion. I think that's his main play, isn't it? Really. His Nice get on the edge of the box with Sofiane Diop, cuts inside on his right foot. Good cross in, and a clearance from Marquinhos. As yeah, they try and keep the pressure on, but some bad play. I think that was maybe Atal and Lamina. And Neymar picks their pocket. Looks to break away, but the play's slowed down by. I can't really tell who that is, but they're bursting forward now. that Messi? Yeah, it is Messi. Messi and Neymar linking up. Messi squares it for Vitinha. Vitinha takes a touch and shoots, and it goes wide. And Milan are attacking. They're in the box, and it's a corner. It didn't look like Messi, like kind of play wise, play style wise, you know. It's odd to see that. It's just this little Baba guys fought off the ball well, held it on well, and then try to release Maffeo on the rapids. And look at he's going, man, he's going. Afterburners on, and back to the keeper. He's just going to rest up and wait. Ekatike off, Mbappe on. The call's been made, and yeah, AC Milan, like, what are they doing, man? Like, let's look at where Milan are on the table. Where we're looking at Roma and Inter earlier on, but let's see where the hell Milan are at, because this cannot be a good result for them. I don't think, again, I don't think they've been fantastic reigning champions by any account. Yeah, they're fifth, man. This is a horrible point. 2 points dropped 100%. Look at where Udinese are, man. And Atalanta kicking ass and taking names again. Good to see. Serie A's nice and competitive in that top half, and this is like Milan need to win this. It's inexcusable. Like, inexcusable. The referee's got a bit of commotion on the go here in the PSG game. Somebody's down holding their shin. I don't think that was much of muchness. I don't know. Barca attacking down the left here with Fati. He's got two men on him. He gets inside, but then comes back out. And yeah, Barca, it's just so many numbers in for Mallorca. It's just what they do. Just they just camp in and they just want to go throw Maffeo up with Murique and whoever else can get up there quick enough and just try and get a goal. And, being 1-0 down kind of suits a game plan like that. And we're kind of seeing it unfold now. Maffeo's, they can't, Barca, they're not dumb. They know. If I know, Barcelona know. And here goes Maffeo. Big ball down his side of the pitch. Him and Alba. Alba does him. Doesn't, did he keep it in or not? I think he did just about keep it in. And Gavi over to Biscuits. And big ball from Biscuits. Going to play in Dembele. Is he going to make it? I think he might. He has. Oh, Dembele keeps it in and he's edge of the box, one-on-one with a man. Plays it inside with his left foot to Kessie, who takes a shot from the edge of the box and it zings past the post. Kessie as well, also not really noticed tonight, to be honest. Tonali taking the captain's armband, I think, off Calabria. Or Kjaer, Simon Kjaer. Oh, is he injured? It's a shame. Big man's just back from an injury. Maybe that's him. He is old, Is that Rebic that's coming on? Looks like Tonali does have the captain's armband. That's quality. Captain Tonali. Hey Mai is going mental in the Barcelona members forum. I don't know what it's about, but I'll catch up with that once we're finished with the stream tonight. What about La Liga? Let's have a look at that. I've not had a look at La Liga today, and there's been a fair amount of action over there. And what else we got on tonight, France? Barca go top with this win. Real Madrid still to play, of course, as you can see. Bilbao not doing too shabby at all. And Atletico Madrid are keeping themselves in amongst it. Otherwise, it is a real free-for-all. I think over the next kind of 3 or 4 games, whoever can put a run together, I think you'll quite quickly see 3 or 4 teams emerge out of, really from Villarreal down to probably, Sevilla, maybe even. You'll see a kind of next pack of 5 emerge, probably. So yeah, interesting league now, to say the least. Brahim Diaz is coming on for the Ketelaar. Serginho Dest is about to come on as well. And Rebic has came on. So AC Milan are throwing the kitchen sink at it. They need 3 points. They know it. I know it. They're going for it. Kang In Lee has had a chance. He's got into the box. Dropped across to the back post for Maffeo, by the way. And Ansu Fati. Is that with the track back? Yes, it is. Oh, imagine Kang In Lee set up Maffeo there. That would have been delicious. Corner in. Maffeo's at the back post, by the way. Maffeo's always getting into the box. And Ter Stegen with a save or a catching across, something like that. Union Berlin still riding high with Freiburg in top. Bayern are trying to catch them up again, and they're really going to start putting pressure on them to continue their form. Dortmund, likewise. Frankfurt, Hoffenheim up there with the best of them, which is cool. Bremen ahead of Gladbach now. Leipzig starting to get their shit together. It would be said to be seen, and some guys still to play and whatnot there. And then let's have a wee peek at France. Let's see what's going on there. PSG should be riding high, you would think. Well, I suppose that's one each tonight, maybe not high. Yeah. Oh, Marseille. Marseille, by the way. Marseille are coming for them. Igor Tudor's Marseille were a joy to watch last night, by the way. And, yeah. PSG need to win tonight, I suppose, to get them. They drop points tonight, man. Marseille are on their heels, and that title race definitely heats up as the result. Mbappe has not done anything since coming on yet. And yeah, we're getting to the final stages of the evening. In Italy, we have 17 minutes left, 27 minutes left in the Barcelona and the PSG matches, respectively. So yeah, not actually been much action in these games. I was really buzzing for this to be another session like we got at 5 o'clock. Like the Werder Bremen game was great fun to watch for the neutral. Being me, I was really neutral in that match. What else did we have on? Atletico and Sevilla was very much more interesting than Mallorca Barca, to be quite honest. And Inter Roma was a good game as well. It was definitely better than Empoli and Milan. No two ways about that at all. So nice collection of games. But I think we got all the goals in the early kickoffs. You know, we've got a couple of goals. We've got 2 in France, 1 in Spain, but none in Italy. Corner from Milan. Oh, that's dangerous. It's not went to anyone who could finish. And Empoli clear. And they're going to try and rush. They're going to try and rush right out. And if they get to that goal, why are you not going to go to the goalkeeper, man? Tatsarano, like he's if you're going to press a Milan player, he's one of them. Ring rusty old goalkeeper. You know, that's what I think anyway. Sofiane Diop has been very impressive on the ball. Hakimi and Mukiele have had a good job kind of watching that side of the pitch, along with somebody else. I think it's number 26, is that? Over that side of the pitch. Or maybe it's 24, Laborde. Maybe he's just over there hugging that line with him. Unless it's maybe somebody else. A substitute maybe came on, perhaps. Yeah, it's been great fun. Quinny, you have to stream the NYC game tomorrow. Okay. If I have to, then yeah, I probably do, don't I? Yeah. See if Andrade starts. If Andrade and Magno start, man, we're in heaven, because they could be fucking decide as well. This Nick Cushion, I know he likes Andrade. He said as much before, and it's important the team gets into good form going into playoffs. Like, because you can't write anything off in MLS with playoffs, even though NYC have been stinking this season compared to last. Overall, a good run of form at the right time is all that matters, really. So if they can finish off well, finish third or second or something in the region, and then go into playoffs in a good place, you know, I wouldn't put it past New York to cause a shock. You know, this might be the first year we don't get Seattle in the playoffs. There's a few other kind of misses like that as well. Ansu Fati off, Rafinha on. So Mallorca are not going to get any rest. There's going to be no rest for the wicked tonight, it would seem. And AC Milan have turned up the tempo. Looks like Barca are going to do likewise. PSG have done likewise, I suppose, with Mbappe coming on. So maybe the last half an hour is where the Champions League clubs are going to show up and show us what it's all about. You need a clean sheet. I need a clean sheet too. A clean sheet would be great for me. If I can I've just got a feeling that Callens and Johnson are getting hot in form, and if NYC can get that, Acevedo's in good form. Maxi Morales isn't doing too shabby. Parks is back and around the place again, and even Parks being off the bench is useful enough in terms of just even squad mentality and squad confidence. Jesus Christ, man. Predrag Rakovic has just came out of his goal and skinned like a Barca player and made his way into midfield. That's like when you're losing and you just give it to the goalkeeper. That's exactly what's happened. The press is on. He's beat one man. He's beat two. Wow. Lewandowski. Predrag Rakovic. I wonder if he gets points for like dual wins and stuff like that for that. That was phenomenal. He's on 36 points now. Surely he's not had that yet. Possession. Accurate passes. Right, okay, so let's see if he gets like duels 1 for any of that. We'll check that back in a minute. Jules one is what we're interested. It's just lost a point maybe for possession loss or something. That's criminal. I don't know. Maybe some people would want to lose points for those shenanigans. You know, that's sacrilegious to some people in the football world. A goalkeeper touching the ball with their feet outside the box, roaming into the pitch. AC Milan have got a dangerous set piece. They've got to score. They swing it in from the left. No, they don't. They play it short. Somebody walks it in. I think it's Tonali. Wellies it. Goes into the wall anyway. And Empoli are breaking. And it goes out for a throw in. Goes nowhere. They didn't get a sweeper keeper. No Jules won. That's interesting. Wonder what happens. Oh, no way. Milan have scored. Rebic. That came out of nowhere, man. I missed it. Like, literally out of nowhere. I just seen it at the other end of the pitch. Rebic loving life. Giving it all that. Tonali's buzzing as well. Maybe he's pocked up a wee assist there. I saw went out for that throw in. And Tonali has... Oh, he's broke the offside trap because it's a throw in. Tonali's just launched it down for Leao, who breaks the offside trap from the throw-in, controls it down, gets 3 men around them, and just squeezes the ball out to Rebic. Tap in. 1-0 Milan. Very good play. And that's what you expect from Leao. He's the star man of the team. You expect him to come up with a big moment, and he's produced the goods. He could have shot there, but he knew where his man was, and he done it. Fair play to Big Rafa. Great attacking contribution from him in that respect. Good maturity in the attacking play. The points is more invaluable. He knows his man's free. He knows he can find them for a tap in, and he's done it. And I loved Ante Rebic when he was at Frankfurt, and I've never understood why it's not... Can he start for AC Milan? I never get it. He does good for them as well. He's got a decent enough decisive record, I think. But he just can't start. It's a nightmare. But he was quality at Frankfurt, man. I loved him there. And a great player to watch. Very exciting. Very, very exciting player to watch back then. Neymar on the corner. So AC Milan fans will rejoice. Let's see the table. What does that do for them now that they're winning? Should put them in a much better situation. Yeah, puts them into third, puts a bit more respect into their situation. But Udinese do have a game to play, as do Lazio. So, you know, you never know. Might be a wee shine taken off it, but it's definitely, you know, they need to... Empoli are, like, gutted now. They're trying to get something back out of this game. And AC Milan, like, they need to Italian job this, you know. Oh, Rafa Leao does a guy on the dribble, keeps the ball in play, and he's got them running for their life, man. But AC Milan have got fresh attacking legs on. And Rafa Leao plays the right pass, I think. But either it's been read well, the pass wasn't perfect, or the run wasn't accurate. Something, you know, maybe a combination of all those things. It's not went anywhere. Empoli have got the ball. They're walking out of defence now. And they're going to try and get themselves back on the point board with, or on the league table with a point from today's match. It's probably the only way I can finish that sentence. So yeah, I had my wee rant about Stefano Sensi, and let's see how all that pans out. I am quite nervous about him, so I would like to watch him at my convenience. I don't want to, or maybe I'll stream it, but I'm not going to like, oh, I need to drop everything I'm doing and go watch Sensi, you know, like, but if I can watch him, like, I will, like, okay, I'm watching that, you know, I'm doing it. Mattia Destro is coming on, as well as Cambiaghi for Empoli, and Satriano and Haas are coming off. So good to see Hendo is getting the 90 minutes in the crisis situation. He's not been subbed off as being like too defensive and let's get an attacker on. He's still required for this. And yeah, Barca are just kind of like, they're kind of cruising now to this 1-0 win, but you know that Mallorca are sharp to, like, we're still in this, you know, we just need a sniff. That's all Mallorca are thinking. Mallorca are thinking that from kickoff. So to get to the 72nd minute, like, Mallorca will actually be like, yeah, this is, you know, this is okay. Like, you know, this isn't bad. We can, you know, this is, you know, we're still in the game, at least, you know. And Barca, you know, like, they are struggling to rip them open. And I think that does say something for kind of what they're missing in midfield. Like, Gavi and Kessie, like I've not really seen much of either of them in this match. There's been lots of nice play, but it's come out to Fatty. Lewandowski's been playing some nice balls on the break, on the turnaround. Busquets has been quite good on the ball, but like I'm not seeing anyone. And I know the shape and I know what they're playing, right? But you need to see people popping up, breaking the line, making the third man run from those positions. And like I don't know. I don't know if Kessie's meant to do that. I don't know if Kessie's told not to do that or told to do that or whatever. But I don't know. I don't see it. I just don't see it. And Gavi can do it certainly, but again, I don't know. Maybe I've not seen I've not maybe I've just not paid close enough attention to this match to really fully comment. But I just yeah, it feels like in the middle. And I know Mallorca have got a back five with a midfield four, but they have like 10 players in the pitch, you know, such as a dense area. But in that area where there's all the central players, there's like 5 or 6 of them. You need someone to be buzzing in and around there to keep those players on their toes. Maybe get one of them to move out of position at the right time, or take a feint or something. You know, buy a dummy is what I mean. That kind of idea. PSG just got in the box there. Sorry, it distracted me. It looked like they were going to score, but they're keeping the pressure on. But the attack broke down and get cleared. But they need somebody in there who can do that, because like otherwise you're just going around wings and crosses and just hoping on gambits and stuff like that. And that's why it's 1-0, because like those things are just coin tosses, and against other professional footballers, like they're just not going to let you away with it you know if if you present the opportunity for them, you know, like if it's not unstoppable football, you know, lightning quick and sharp and world class, then you know other professional footballers will match you in a game of football. And that's kind of where the Barca match is at the moment. We have a corner from Mallorca. Kang In Lee's going to take it. Good to see Kang In Lee getting these set pieces. If you're interested in him as a U23 mid, he's firmly the main man in this Mallorca team. It's clear to see. He's looked good, but they are rubbish. Like overall, like he is the best player in the team, comfortably, for better or for worse. Maffeo's not too far behind him, but Riqui's quite effective. Gerard Piqué's limping. Maybe it's because Piqué's got his socks rolled up to under his shorts. Maybe that's what it is. It just makes it look like he's wearing like a mad body colour suit, you know, rather than. Here we go. Cross from Mallorca. Oh, goes to the front post. Easy for the keeper. Atal's coming off for a boy called Latomba. Mario Lamina is coming off for somebody as well. Becca. Okay. I think he's somebody I've got in my favourites. Becca. That rings a bell. Becca. I'm following him. I don't know why I'm following him, but there's other people following him too. It's not just me. He's coming on, so that could be fun. Becca. Nicolas Pepe. Oh. Fucking loved Pepe when he was in France, by the way. Oh, that game could get spicy right now. And let's see, scores for over here. Leao's done well with a 79. Tamori on a 78 is nice. Rebic off the bench with a 62. Nobody else doing anything to mention at all. Not even poor Hendo. The Barca game, again, it's not really changed much. We've just got clean sheet bonuses added on. And again, not really anything's changed in this match, SO5 wise. This match, however, could really, like, Hakimi's dropped down to 21. Mukiele's jumped up a bit. Subs have came on now as well. Renato Sanchez is now on the pitch for PSG as well. That could be interesting to watch. And yeah, let me check out what you guys are saying with the live chat before I plug in for the last like kind of foray with some of these subs that I want to see. Where are we? I have Johnson, Callens, and Martins. Wow. I need hoping for a Cincy win tonight, Joe Ducey. You're always hoping for a Cincy win. What's the scoop with Matarita? Let me know, Joe Ducey. Hoping to clinch the playoffs tonight. Let me know what the script is with Matarita, please, Joe Ducey. I would appreciate that, my man. I can't type on mobile apparently. That's weird. Shrewsbury Wolf, I see what you mean about the Barca shirt. It does look weird from a distance. Like, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Quinny, there's an AOSR up for 0.8. I don't know if I want an AOSR. Do you want an AOSR? It's a good mid. I don't know if I want. I don't know. I just think, like, would I have bought him as a Bundesliga 2 Japanese wonder kid guy. I don't know if I would have, but I've held on to him for so long that I'm definitely playing him and stuff. And like, if he got like mad expensive again, I'd maybe sell him because he's a Bundesliga 2 card. So if you're asking for me, don't think that. But for if you're going to sell Felix, you need a mid. Like, he's going to play all the time for Dusseldorf, and it's going to be definitely a great period. He's going to go to the World Cup as well. Who knows, man? He could be a World Cup transfer as well, like quite comfortably. He could be one of these guys. But again, is that a good or a bad thing? Who would you go to mid-season? Who would you go to in the summer? If you're thinking that far afield, which I know I like to, and I know you like to too. It is important sometimes. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very nice price for him. Like, overall, I would say, considering that he is, like, it's not as if it's like, oh, people who are listing him for that because he's a Red Cross player. It's like, oh, finally somebody's listed him somewhat cheap. Ferran Torres is getting the last 12 minutes. And Javi's telling him to go straight up and tell somebody else to tuck in. So I think maybe Lewandowski's going to come off. So yeah, so I think it's a very nice price for him. Missing Frankie and Koundé. Yeah, I don't know if even it is Frankie. Like, I don't even think Frankie does. I don't think he does. I think he can do that job that I was describing. I'm not sure he necessarily does do that full job. He does much more. He's very much more of an. Look at Pedri and Gavi now are both on together, and you're seeing some more of this kind of interlink play, running into spaces in between the lines, doing that kind of stuff. Sergi Roberto comes on for Jordi Alba, and Ferran Torres comes on for, my guess was Lewandowski. I've not seen the graphic to confirm, but no, it's Ousmane Dembele. Nice. Still one each in the PSG game. And yeah, Marseille are rubbing their hands together right now. We've got the left back for PSG swinging the ball in. And yes, went nowhere. No, it was Mukiele. I wasn't sure who it was that was over there in the left back row. So Mukiele's over in left back now, eh? Must be really going for it now. Like, can't believe these PSG are going to be so gutted, man. It's always like, see, because it's Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, you can imagine it being a mad, like, I don't know, I think everyone imagines it probably to be something quite different to what it actually is, but, like, it is, like, the clash of the superpowers, isn't it? In terms of, like, especially if they don't win, is there a wee bit of finger pointing, or is there a wee bit of internal politics and drama and subtext, and, you never know what's going on. So again, when they don't win, it's always a wee bit like, ooh, what's going to come out from this one? Matarrita took a knock in training before 3:09. Should be on the bench tonight. Cool, good to know. Yeah, because he did disappear on me after recently reappearing. Hoping for a big Philly performance tonight. Yeah, I think Philly are playing a team that maybe I want to lose. Or maybe, are they playing a team maybe I want the team to beat Philly. Who are Philly playing? It's mainly, like, I want a clean sheet for Columbus. That would be good. A clean sheet for the Red Bulls, I beg your pardon, against Columbus. That would be good. But yeah. So yeah, we're in the last minutes of it's. Oh, Empoli have done it! I was going to say they've got a free kick into the box. They've done it. The 91st minute, Empoli have equalised. What a free kick! What a zinger! Was that the number 7? He's just rasped that right over the wall. Keeper was too slow, not anywhere near it, man. Is it number 7? Yeah, Lammers with a free kick. Oh, I don't know if any of you played Lammers this week, but he is just oh no, it wasn't him. It was Bajrami. I thought it was number 7. It was Bajrami. Sorry, guys, I got your hopes up. It was this guy off the bench. Wow, what a free kick. I suppose the goalkeeper makes a good enough effort. I thought he kind of fell over, but he does actually have a kind of springy dive. But he does lean to go the wrong way before diving the right way. And we've got a goal in France. Mbappe has just scored as well. Empoli make it 1 each to break AC Milan hearts. What a free kick that was. We're seeing replays again. Gaultier is on his feet against his former temporary team from last season, I think. I'm yet to see a replay of the Mbappe goal, but yeah, he's saying let's go to Sergio Ramos and Hakimi and all the boys. They're buzzing, they're loving life. So we've got a first half and a second half goal. I don't know, I've lost track of when all these goals have came, but yeah, we've got, is that Mukiele down the right? It is Mukiele. Is that Mukiele and Hakimi, by the way? The Vitinha? No, Vitinha. Mukiele, boom. Doesn't doing what Mukiele does best. Puts it on a plate for Mbappe. And Mbappe cleans it up, man. And boom. Mbappe, I just seen him at left back a minute ago. He's doing everything Mukiele tonight. He was always my favourite out him, Konate. I don't know, I kind of like, oh, AC Milan have scored, no way! The 93rd minute. The 93rd minute. Is that Tomori? No, it's the other boy, Toure. I think it is. It's Fode Toure or Balo Toure or whatever we're calling him. Or is it Leao? I can't tell. They're kind of in the crowd where the fence is. I think it's the Fode Balo guy. Let's see it again. Big diag in. Somebody wins the ball, and then, yeah, number 5 taps it in. Big diag. Maybe Rebic wins it, or Krunic. I think Krunic gets the assist for that, if it is him. It is Krunic. What did I say, man? He's effective. He's effective. He does it. What does he need to do to get in the starting lineup? I think if it is Krunic, I'm sure it is. Number 33. Yep, Krunic. Fucking told you, man. Like, he's a good guy. See if Salamaker stays out and he gets a run in the team. I think if you can get Krunic in the middle and De Ketelaere out wide, that might be it. But I think they like having De Ketelaere and Leao linking up together, so maybe that doesn't happen. And it's, yeah, Balo. He's been terrible tonight, -2 points, but he's got his decisive action and he's buzzing, man. He's really happy with himself, and fair play to him. And yeah, Mbappe gets his goal from the bench. Over here, Mukiele's killing it, man, pushing 90 points. Mbappe off the bench with a 66. Outperforms Neymar on a 41, and he's trying to keep pace with Messi on the 75. In the Barcelona match, again, not much has changed score-wise. Really, the subs have not done anything noteworthy. Matheo's on a 45, which is decent considering they're losing 1-0. And I can't believe, like, we're in the 95th minute. M player lined up on the halfway line. They're just going to run and gun. NFL style. They've done it from the halfway line. They've played it NFL style. Tonali clears it. And I think the ref's going to blow any second. There we go. He's giving the throw in. The ref's giving the throw in to Empoli. But in the 95th minute of added time, the ref said there would only be 4 minutes added. Empoli down the left. Oh, flicks into the box. Clearance. Is that a corner? Oh, they're giving the throw in. The ref's letting play go on. We're coming into the 96th minute. Empoli must be rocking, man. Oh, what drama. Right at the last, man. Over 2.5 goals just came in. And Empoli controlling around the box or fashioning around. Maybe a wee shitey penalty shout, but doesn't come in. And AC Milan just try to get the ball over the halfway line, and they've done that, man. Blow the whistle, ref, but I think it's Rafa Leao. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Lobs him. And Milan seal the deal. 3-1. Rafa Leao. What a goal. What a finish, man. Top class. Absolutely top drawer. And wow, what a way to finish that bit of drama, man. From the 90th minute, we had 3 goals go in. A world day of a free kick. The Balotelli tap in. And then, like, throwing the kitchen sink at it, Empoli. Get done on the counter by Rafa Leao, by the way. Fucking well done. Well done. Absolute champion performance from him. I gave him great plaudits for the assist. And for this goal, like, brilliant. He's still got the energy. He's still got the desire. He's like, I'm going 1-on-1 with the keeper. Hey, I'm just, woohoo. Proper FIFA chipped him. Like, really, as soon as he took the first step, that's when he went, gotcha. And just done it. And wow, what a finish, man, in Italy. We've got 4 minutes left in France. It's 2-1 PSG Nice. And it's still 1-0. 1-0 in the Barcelona match. Interesting statistic. Rakovic of Mallorca has made 1 save in this game. Ter Stegen of Barcelona has made 3. So, like I say, if Mallorca are going to do something, it's going to be at home. And maybe my wee Maffeo here on 46 isn't too shabby for an underdog defender. Like, that's not too bad at all, for losing 1-0. I can deal with that. One of the best, the top 3 in their team, you know. Kang in, not doing too bad on a 49. And yeah, Barca have been okay. Like, I think, yeah, they've been bang okay. Not done anything amazing. I would love a wee bit of Mallorca drama like Empoli did there with Maffeo getting into some action. That'd be quality. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off the Italian TV. We don't need that anymore. That's finished. And then it's just for me, I know. We've got 3 minutes left in Italy and in France. But actually, a really good game week, a really good day in the game week, especially if like, we've had 6 goals again across France and Italy. And in Spain, we're getting let down almost again. We had 2-0. But Atleti was actually quite interesting. Whereas Barca, with Barca, the thing that's most interesting, Lewandowski and Gavi have just made a good chance. Sergio Roberto finishes with the shot, but there's Rakovic's second save of the game. And he's going to try and launch a counter-attack, which he kind of does. And big Pablo Maffeo does him on the run. Pablo, on you go, my man. Get to the box. He gets to the box. He crosses it. Oh, my God. King and Lee's made it. Shoot. Oh! Kang In Lee almost equalises in the 88th minute. What a breakaway, by the way. And hopefully Pablo Maffeo is going to get another 3 or 4 points for that set of actions. Overall, he beats the left back on the dribble, whoever's playing there now. I think it's that Balde. What a cross for Kang In Lee, who brings it down, nods it past a defence and midfield of player, and then gets a shot from a tight angle. Ter Stegen doesn't touch it, and honestly, it's so close to going in. That could have been wonderful. That would have been a great combo for Kang In Lee and Maffeo, because if you're going to play a Kang In Lee, you've probably got Maffeo, and maybe if you've got a Maffeo, you're going to play a Kang In Lee. So if those two could have combined there, like that could have made somebody's game week. That would have been lovely to see. Because again, they're kind of, I don't know if they're household names, but they're so rare, culty names, you know, like maybe not culty, you know, but like we know Kang In Lee, and you maybe know Maffeo, but you know Kang In Lee. Like Korean guy in Spain, Valencia cards, been on the platform for ages. Maffeo, like it's popped up in McBride's teams a few times, quite notably on Twitter, and whatever else. He's had some big scores for a right back. Anyway, Mallorca are now stretching out as if they're like, hey, we are going to try and attack, and Barca are kind of like, kind of going to no do that. We're in the 90th minute. Ter Stegen and Sergio Roberto and Piqué are just going to try and marshal the ball between them as Muriqi tries to press and try and kind of manage the clock. Nice are on the attack here with Nicolas Pepe. Let's see it, son. Nicolas Pepe on one-on-one with Vitinha. Cuts inside on his left foot. Good ball into the box. No one comes to meet it. Everyone's waiting for the ball to come to them. Which, you know, maybe that's a decision they made. That's whatever. Doesn't happen. Kylian Thuram, or whatever his name is down, injured. A shot from Barca. High and wide. Ferran Torres. Yellow card. In the 90th minute for Pablo Sarabia. For bringing down the boy Thuram. Oh no, Thuram, what a ball that was he played earlier. He looks decent. And oh, Mallorca are going long ball, man. Mallorca are going for it. Maffeo's right up there, man, like a right winger, and he's in amongst it like a dog eating beetroot. He's still got the beans for it. Maffeo is quality. I wish he went to Atletico Madrid. Like, I really do. I think that would have been quality. Then I'd have Maffeo, Llorente, and Cunha. An Oblak. Just need a unique, and I've got a Champ Euro D2 Atleti team. That would be mad, wouldn't it? That'd be mad. Yeah, I'd have Dundee United for fucking Challenger, Celtic for All Star, and Atleti for Champion. That could be something, but not what I'm going to do. But anyway, where the mind wanders when we're in extra time of the evening games, and you know we've had, like I said, guys, a great set of streams. I've had a great time. The live chat's been popping for the most part. Let me catch up with you guys. Let's see where we're at. Charlotte away. Yeah, I think Charlotte. Why did that? Why was it? I'm not sure why that match is on my radar. Is it quite crucial for playoffs and such? I need Montreal clean sheet. Same, Gaza. Same. I think we'll get it when Yama's on it. Main issue with Krunic is will we now be over L15 under 40 for next game week? I'm not too sure. Marique has to be up there with Maffeo and Kang In Lee. Yeah, Marique's good. I like him. But he's not like on the youngish side. I think Maffeo was U23 last year. I don't think he is anymore. But that's why I'm just thinking, well, maybe some people have those cards because Kang In Lee has been U23 for, you know, he still is U23, has been his whole career to this point. Of course, that's just why that came in my head. And Marique, like, I think he was a January signing, and I'm not sure he had cards until this season. I might be wrong on that. Maybe he had cards from his last team, but something tells me there was a circulation thing around Marique. And Nice have broke into the box, but again, it's swept up by Mukiele, I think. 26, isn't he? He is. Mukiele Mukiele. How much is he going for? 92 he's on. What a guy. Criminal. But again, it's when does he play? But see if this is him like announcing himself into the team. His AA's been mad good. Is this announcing himself into the team? Because I think he's a fucking quality player. I think he's absolutely quality. Don't need a defender, do I? Rare. Defender. Champ Euro. Tight. And what about challenge? That's just Celtic, really, isn't it? Yeah. Tight. I just don't know how often he's going to play, but I do love a bit of Mukiele. What do you think, man? What's the deal with this Kimpembe? Why is he not playing? Has he been rested or something? Is he injured? Is it a big injury I should know about? Hamstring injury? I don't like hamstring injuries. He's 27. And Mukiele has been signed. I do like Mukiele. I think we just buy a Mukiele for... Let's see if it's that cheap as I seen on Sorare data. Pavel Trader's got 2. Around them a good number. 16, 59, 52. 16's not bad. And it's the cheapest, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Can we get him cheaper? I think we probably could. What's his SRD saying? I don't need them, but I really do. I don't know, do I? We can do this all the time. We've got full time in Barca and full time in Paris. 0.148. Got Angelino, I've got Robbo, who's kind of injured now. I've got Guardiola, who's back in town. I've got Jens. I just don't have... I've got Benkovic as well. Actually, he didn't come up there. And I suppose I've got Benkovic. He's just in our piece, yeah. I think that's about us, guys. It's been a great night. Let's see the scores as they finished in for the Sorare scores. So, in the AC Milan game, 92 for Rafa Leao, 80 for Rebic off the bench. He must have got the assist for, was it the Ballo goal then, potentially? No, that was Krunic. So, Rebic must have got the assist for Rafa Leao. Lovely. Tonali on a 55, Tomori on a 64. But yeah, wow, Rafa Leao on a 92. John Nellis rejoices. I can hear him from here. In the Barcelona game, Lewandowski walks out with a 75. Matheo's touching 50 in a 1-0 defeat. Defenders that get in the box, guys, I'm telling you. Dembele only on 45. Fati for a decisive has done okay. Only in 67 minutes also. Defence did well enough considering they get a clean sheet. And the Paris game, the player of the moment is Mukiele. I'm buying him. I'm buying him. I'm buying him. I've wanted Mukiele forever. I'm buying him. Screw it. And where are we? I bought Mukiele off the back of tonight. Even though I didn't... Yeah, I've done it. Mukiele is in. We've brought him in. And yeah, Messi on 77. Mbappe 70 from the bench with a decisive. Like, that's good. He's built up some AA when he's came on as well. So his shot will count as well for a few points. That's pretty good. Yeah, Mukiele's in. Screw it. We've got him. Fanatics.com. Don't forget to check out the link in the description of the video for all your discount codes, as well as the link that helps support the channel. I thank you in advance if you do so. And we'll have a wee quick glance over my scores, and then I'll loveys and leavies for this evening. Let me just check on the camera in the chat, make sure we're all good and we're here. I own his Lazio Limited, so we did have some... Oh, Lazio, is that what it was? Yes, of course. So yeah, let's see. Well, I've got Mukiele now. That was quick. But yeah, I've not got him in any teams, unfortunately. But yeah, did we have anything really running in effect any of this in the end? I think we did. Did we even any side pieces? You can all just kind of see Gavi. This team's kind of dead, isn't it? 60% of the field is ran. I would need Lukeba to get like an 80-pointer to feel anywhere near confident we could do something. So I'd consider that useless. I consider this done as well. I consider this done also. This is the biggie. So yeah, midnight tonight, Columbus. We don't want to see them scoring any goals. We want to see Wanyama bossing it for Montreal. And we want to see Barry Al scoring. That's what we want to see. Barry Al scoring. Maybe try and lift this poor excuse of a start of a team off the ground. And Sorare done mince 34 points in a 3-1 defeat. DNP Forest. And maybe here, we've got 2 decent scores on the board. Like that could have been Lorente in there over Maeda. But maybe Captain Jordan tomorrow and maybe Ivan Illich on Monday. Maybe they can do some good scoring for us. Hope we've had fun tonight, guys. Welcome Nordi Mukiele to FC Barcelona, number 16. And let's just add him into the B squad. Red Bull crew. Red Bull crew. Mukiele. That'll do me. And where will we put him in order? I think we put him up here, with the best. Put him up there above Angelino. Yeah. Nice. Sorted. Magic. I've had a good time tonight, guys. I hope you have had a good one too. I'll most likely stream for the NYC game tomorrow. I hope you have fun. I hope you've had a great game week thus far. I look forward to catching up with you all over the place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, retweet, and all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will see you around. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.